Hello, Mike Colson from Medicare Insurance Counselors. Um, we've gone through the basics of Medicare Part A in earlier videos and also Medicare Part B. We've discussed Medicare supplemental insurance, the insurance that goes along with the original Medicare. We've discussed Part D in great length in a number of videos. We discussed the Medicare Advantage option also in recent videos. Now it's time to put it all together. The previous videos were intended to give you the information you needed to help make your choice. Now you might be thinking, how do I make my choice? Each method has certain advantages and disadvantages, and well, you got to choose one or the other. Are you going to go Medicare plus a supplement and a standalone Part D plan, or are you going to go Medicare Advantage? I've devised a little way to help my clients make this choice, and it comes in the form of two questions I would ask you to ask yourself. What's more important? Is it more important to save premium, or is it more important to have freedom in terms of choosing your health care and accessing your health care? Now, I know that there are people that are living from Social Security check to Social Security check, have either no money in savings or very, very little, and would easily be considered poor or near poor. And for that person to spend, say, $100, $150, it could be more depending on where you live, for a Medicare supplement insurance and for a Part D, a standalone Part D prescription plan, I understand that that person or that couple is going to be very, very, very hard pressed to do that. So depending on your income, your assets, you may not have a choice. And Medicare Advantage, when push comes to shove, it's a matter of dollars and cents, and buying food or buying insurance, I think that most people are going to choose food. And that person is not really going to have a choice but to look for the best Medicare Advantage plan that they can find in their area. Unfortunately, they vary greatly geographically. The larger cities many times have more plans to choose from, and they're better plans, and that's because the reimbursements that Medicare gives the companies are higher. They're better. They give them more money, therefore they can come up with better plans, lower co-pays and better plans. If you happen to live in a smaller city, or if you live in a rural area, you're going to have a hard time. There's going to be less options for you to choose from initially, and they will likely be lesser quality plans. They will have higher co-pays, and they'll just be less in your favor. Now, the other question to ask, is it more important to have freedom in accessing, or more freedom in accessing your health care? As we did those disadvantages and advantages of Advantage plans, we talked about the various disadvantages of those plans, and there are indeed disadvantages. The co-pays that they charge, that they expect you to pay, the restrictions, their managed care plan, so the restrictions that you have inside of a managed care plan like an HMO or a PPO. If you have original Medicare, you don't have to deal with those restrictions. You don't have to get approval to have an MRI or that elective surgery that you and your doctor may be discussing. Now, if it's more important to have that freedom, then I'm going to steer you towards having Medicare and a standalone Part D prescription plan. So what you would simply do based on where you live, you can ask around your circle of family and friends, neighbors that may be of Medicare age. You can find maybe 2 or 3 agents that are specialists in the senior market. When I say the senior market, I mean agents that know the various options based on where you live. They're independent agents. That means they work with a variety of companies. That means they would have both Medicare supplement insurers as well as Medicare Advantage insurers that they can work with, that they have worked with, and that they can talk to you about. I would encourage you to find at least 2 or 3 such agents. If you can't find any from your family and friends, you can look in your local phone book, find your way to the yellow pages, look under the general category of insurance, and then look for the various ads or find an agency that has the word senior in their name. When you find an agent, whichever way you may choose to find an agent, I would encourage you to ask that agent some questions. Ask him how long he or she has been in the business. The longer the better. If you can find somebody that's been in the business in the senior arena, the Medicare arena, for say 10 years or more, you're going to be working with somebody that is very, very experienced, and that's going to work to your advantage. You want an experienced agent on your side. Just to review those two questions, what's more important? Is it more important to save premium based on your situation, your financial situation? If it is, I steer you towards a Medicare Advantage, even though in general I don't like the Advantage plans. The other question being, is it more important to have freedom of choice in accessing your health care? If you answer yes to that second question, I steer you towards using original Medicare A and B as your primary insurance. Look for a supplement. You may want to review the chapter in my book or the video that discusses the options on supplements. And then you'd want to also consider a standalone Part D prescription plan. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. All of this is discussed in more detail in Chapter 7 of my ebook, Imagine Understanding Your Medicare Insurance Options. If you already have it, it's there in Chapter 7. If you don't have it, if you don't have that ebook, it is available in the Amazon Kindle bookstore. It retails for $4.99, and maybe you'd like to buy a copy. We hope this video has been helpful to you. Thanks for joining us.